I'm back. I am starting back a continuation of an urgent call to action part 2, where we're starting from Jeremiah, the 7th chapter. I ended in the 6th chapter about, going the old paths, following Torah. But I'm back to start in Jeremiah 7, 3 through 11, where Yah is pleading with us. Once again, he's already asked us to come back to him in Jeremiah 3:22, but he's pleading again a second time. So this is just show you how much love Yah has for us. Where he's pleading with us to come back to him, to change, to do the Torah, to do the covenant. And so starting with Jeremiah 7:3, and I'm going to read down to 11. And it says here, Yah all-powerful, the Elohim of Israel says, change your lives and do good things. If you do this, I will let you live in this place. Don't trust the lies that some people say. They say, this is the temple of Yah. This is the temple of Yah. This is the temple of Yah. And when you go into Ezekiel, believe it or not, Ezekiel actually lets us know that we place church on every corner. And if you look around presently, there are churches on every corner. Okay? So the book is not lying. Just because the book was written in past times, it's presently true today. And that's the purpose of me putting these videos together, to show y'all the prophecies are still live and well today. And the prophecies are only found in Torah, the Tanakh, no other place. Okay? So I'm going to skip down to Jeremiah 7:16. And when we get there, it says, as for you, Jeremiah, don't pray for these people of Judah. Don't beg for them or pray for them. Don't beg me to help them. I will not listen to your prayer for them. So this right here lets you know a righteous man cannot pray for wicked, unrepentant people. People that refuse to live by the commandments, which is the covenant. The prayers are not even heard. The prayers are not even heard. All right? And you can read all of Jeremiah 7. I have definitely taken time out and read Jeremiah. And Jeremiah really opened my eyes to the transatlantic slave trade we were involved in. Believe it or not, it's right here in the book of Jeremiah. So, and I've gone over Jeremiah 30, where he's telling us he's going to bring us back from the exile. So you should check out my previous video. And then, like I said, you should take time and read this book, Jeremiah, because it goes into the slave trade. It really does. And then Chronicles actually goes into confirming our captivity. Who captured us? Who captured us? It goes into all of that. It's documented right there in Chronicles, folks. So we're going to go down to Jeremiah 7, and we're going to read 21 through 26, and as it's titled here, obedience is better than sacrifice. Where have we seen that at? We've seen this in the book of Samuel, where Samuel was chastising King Saul, and he told King Saul that obedience is better than sacrifice. That's before the Most High Yah cut him off because of his disobedience. But it says here, this is what Yah all-powerful, the Elohim of Israel says. Now, this is the only book where we hear the Most High always speaking. We don't hear him speaking in the New Trash Man. I just want to point that out, because he only speaks in the Torah, the Tanakh. Okay? Go and offer as many burnt offerings and sacrifices as you want. Eat the meat of those sacrifices yourselves. I brought your ancestors out of Egypt. I spoke to them, but I did not give them any commands about burnt offerings and sacrifices. I only gave them this command: obey me, and I will be your Elohim. So the New Trash Man actually leads you into saying you got to sacrifice one man. But he's telling you, let me read 22 all over again. And I'm sorry for breaking the thought on 23. I brought your ancestors out of Egypt. I spoke to them, but I did not give them any commands about burnt offerings and sacrifices. Okay, So this invalidates the new trashman right there altogether. I only gave them this command: obey me, and I will be your Elohim, and you will be my people. Do all that I command, and good things will happen to you. But your ancestors did not listen to me. They did not pay attention to me. They were stubborn, and we know we are stubborn because he told us this in Deuteronomy 29:17-21. They were stubborn and did what they wanted to do. They did not become good. They became even more evil. They wanted backward, not forward. From the day that your ancestors left Egypt to this day, I have sent my servants to you. My servants are the prophets. I sent them to you again and again. But your ancestors did not listen to me. They did not pay attention to me. They were very stubborn and did evil even worse than their fathers did. Okay, and like I said, I would definitely read more, because this goes into what he's going to do about this disobedience. And like I said, his anger is about to be released, as it's already explained in Jeremiah 6, him releasing his anger. Okay, and so I wanted to go over something that really stood out to me, because one of the things I had took time out as y'all had set me down through my tribulation, and I was able to actually take time out and observe nature, the elements. I was able to really hone in into nature a little bit, to so much so that I began to see that the animals follow the commandments, folks. The elements, which is the sun and moon, they follow the commandments. But then I began to see the animals follow the commandments that they were given, So we're going to start at Jeremiah 8, and we're going to go down to 7, and we're going to read through 13. All right, so it goes into where he's telling us the animals that follow his commandment. He said, even the birds in the sky know the right time to do things. The storks, doves, swifts, and thrushes know when it's time to fly to a new home, but my people don't know what Yah wants them to do. You keep saying we have Yah's teaching, so we are wise, but this is not true, because the scribes have lied with their pens. These wise people refuse to listen to Yah's teaching, so they are not really wise at all. These wise people were trapped. They became shocked and ashamed. So I will give their wives to other men. And this is the curses from Deuteronomy 28:16-68, folks. So he's reiterating the punishment from Deuteronomy 28:16-68. See? So this is being repetitive, but he's saying what he's going to do. I will give their fields to new owners. All the people of Israel want more and more money. All of them, from the least important to the most important, are like that. Even the prophets and priests tells lies. They should banish the wounds my people have suffered, but they treat their wounds like small scratches. They say it's all right. Everything is all right, but it's not all right. They should be ashamed of the evil things they do, but they're not ashamed at all. They don't know enough to be embarrassed by their sin, so they will be punished with everyone else. They will be thrown to the ground when I punish the people. This is what Yah said. I will take away their fruit and crops, so there will be no harvest. Famine. That's famine, y'all. And that's what they've been talking about. The food chain is broken. They've been talking about that, how they got to grow food out in a lab. Says Yah, there will be no grapes on the vine, no figs on the fig tree. Even the leaves will become dry and die. I will take away the things I gave them. See? So to avoid this punishment, it's best to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments and perform them. Not just observe them, perform them. I realize that it is not something you do overnight. However, you must realize that performing the commandments is a day-by-day situation. It's day by day. You walk and perform them day by day. You walk and perform them day by day. That's how it's done. It's not something you do overnight. Trust me. It's just not something that's done overnight, because as you're walking and performing the commandments, your understanding of the detestable things become more profound, and you begin to realize what you need to remove from your home that is detestable, or what you need to stop eating that is detestable. And so this walk is not something that's done overnight, folks. This is something that's done day by day, day by day. And like I said, your understanding begins to become open, and that's not something he does overnight. Like, he don't grow trees overnight. Trust me, it takes about 2 to 5 years, I believe, for a tree. And so that's the same process he through with our wisdom and knowledge. It takes, about 2 to 5 years before we're able to really be ready to just really start sharing what we've learned, what we've acquired. So, the Most High is a process. It's a process. All right. And so what I wanted to read lastly, where he's actually giving us a warning, because we refuse to do the commandments. So this is what he says about our neighbors, which is other Hebrews like ourselves and some heathens who don't perform the commandments. And he's saying here, Jeremiah 9:4-6, watch your neighbors, don't trust your own brothers, because every brother is a cheat. Every neighbor talks behind your back. Everyone lies to their neighbor. No one speaks the truth. The people of Judah have taught their tongues to lie. They sinned until they were too tired to come back. One bad thing followed another, and lies followed lies. The people refused to know me. This is what Yah said. See, so we busy backbiting on one another, but we not sitting down learning about Yah. That's what he's talking about. So Yah all-powerful says, a worker heats metal in a fire to test it and to see if it is pure. I will test the people of Judah like that. And he's getting ready to send that fire over here, because they are already shooting long-range missiles. Where do you think the fire going to come from? And NASA is watching the sky for comets. But, hey, y'all could use whatever he will to bring the fire. But that's what he gonna take us through the fire. All of us, including myself. We all going through the fire. He said, I have no other choice. Okay? My people have sinned. The people of Judah have tongues as sharp as arrows. Their mouth speaks lies. They all speak kindly to their neighbor. But they are secretly planning ways to attack them. Should I punish the people of Judah for doing these things? This message is from Yah. I should punish a nation such as this. I should give it the punishment it deserves. Okay? So I just wanted to and the Most High is telepathic, so he know what you're thinking before you think. That's why he's able to speak these things about us and how we treat one another. And I'm going to jump over to Jeremiah 17:10. The reason why, because I'm going to show you just how telepathic he is. And then I'm going to establish that ability that Yah has in Ezekiel 11:5. So let's go over to Jeremiah 17:10. All right. And it says here, but I am Yah, and I can look into a person's heart, which is your mind. I can test a person's mind and decide what each one should have. I can give each person the right payment for what they do. See that? He can do that. Only he can do that. And then I'm going to jump over to Ezekiel 11:5, where he established this very ability. He said, then the Spirit of Yah came on me. He said to me, tell them that this is what Yah said. House of Israel, you are planning big things, but I know what you are thinking. So, excuse me. Everything from how the Most High causes nations to fight one another, like I said in the previous video, he has this ability to do that. And he uses it. And, at the end of the day, folks, it's just best to obey rather than to die. It's just best to obey. I realize it's not an easy walk because this captivity is set up for us to. It's the captivity we are in is set up for us to easily commit breaking the commandments. That's how this life is set up. They reward you for breaking the commandments. They reward you for being flamboyant with breaking the commandments. This is how this captivity is set up. But the end of that, the Most High has already spoken. You will be defiled through those very means. And so as I began to close, and I know this is really short, but that was all that I wanted to say before I ran out of time earlier. That basically it's just better to obey rather than to die. And so I want to jump over to Jeremiah 12:3 and see what I have there, because I had listed that as well, but I don't quite know. I have that on my. He says, okay, just more confirmation. But you know my heart, y'all. This is Jeremiah speaking to y'all. You see me and test my mind, drag the evil people away like sheep to be killed. Choose them for the day of slaughter. Okay? So as I begin to end this short video, and it may or may not get posted because I think I've said some words that YouTube do not like for us to say, but I have to read the words as they are on the page. All right. So I'm going to go to Psalms 20 and 1-5. Okay. And I like to but pray you all have a great Sabbath. And like I say here, may Yah answer you in times of trouble. May the Elohim of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from his holy place. May he support you from Zion. May he remember all the gifts you have offered. May he accept all your sacrifice. May he give you what you really want. May he make all your plans successful. We will celebrate when he helps you. We will praise the name of Yah. May Yah give you everything you ask for. And shalom, and stay strong.